Okay, we are back to another stream of Elden Ring. Sorry about that, I was getting myself water. I actually left it up downstairs real quick, one sec. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, welcome to another stream of Elden Ring. Hello, hello. Last time we had started the burning process of the Erdtree. Made our way through crumbling Farum Azula. And now we are set on a different direction. So I'm just setting up everything on my end. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, we're gonna head off. We're gonna take a break from finishing Farum Azula till we go do something completely different now. Also just like making sure I check in one more time. Okay. Now this has us going back to the consecrated snowgrounds. And we're going to travel a little bit. Stab. Ow. Where are you going? Ow. Oh dear. Okay, you can see us, that's good. We got over here. hero's room. And just one random sanguine noble at the end. Sanguine noble hood, robe, waistcloth. Sanguine noble hood. Hood of dyed black cloth featuring gold embroidery, worn by the nobles who serve the Lord of Blood. Known to strike from pools of blood, these assassins are missionaries come to share the gospel of the accursed blood. Pretty sure, though, there's like one little extra tidbit here. Doesn't involve getting caught by the bears. Get some leftover madness also helps. Okay, I can't find them because usually there's like one more ghost around here that says like, "Give back our Lord." But I don't think so. So, we're just gonna go ahead and enter this oddly bloody portal. Surely that's no issue there. Mogwin Palace. We are finally here. entered the palace, or as I like to call it, the Palace Approach Ledge Road, or as I like to call it, the best place to farm. In fact, there are quicker methods to this, but this is like the go-to when it comes to farming. And then also, as you can see, that there crow all the way down there. Okay, well, whatever. What you do is you cast a snipe over there, and then it instantly causes them usually to run down and fall off the edge. Actually, hang on. Let me just... Off it goes. Also, that one's worth a lot. Especially when you have the 2 points in... what's it called? It's like a 56% increase when you have both the golden scarab and using one of the foul foots. Blood tax. But I'm at a point though where it would be a little too long to actually farm, so we will not be committing to the farming for the time being. That. Stab. Where are you? That hurt. I get it. I got it. Don't worry. Nameless white mask. Well, more like nameless dead. Faded by another nameless white mask. There he is. Another one down. Medic Warriors Cookbook. Oh my god. I hate the dogs. Alright. Send them flying. This is the edge of a cliff where you're going to fall to your death again. Still died though. I mean, maybe, but I don't remember if I have to beat all three at once, or is it? No, I guess not. Okay. Oh, there go those runes. Great. Perfect. Damn it. There we go. Hindsight should have just gone this way. White mask, war surgeon gown, gloves, and trousers. Alright, that was the last one. And just because I'm petty, I want revenge. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ow. I think we're good for now. Going through here now. The Lake of Super Blood, it probably doesn't smell good. It probably smells awful in here. And then also pick up Swarm of Flies, which was one of my favorite incantations for a while. But then they nerfed it into the ground, so it's not nearly as good as it used to be. Steal a rune arc. Ooh, how'd he miss? How'd he miss again? Mogwin Dynasty Mausoleum. Running past random enemies without them probably noticing you is always fun. Yep. It just makes it funny. Mogwin Palace. We now have the last map. At least the last mapped area, I believe. Yes, we do. Yeah, because it's the opposite side is where we were with the Suyelfar River. I'm just gonna go back to Round Table Hole to tell Gideon, what's up?
So that's where the so-called Lord of Blood was hiding himself, eh? A fitting little squat for that deluded maniac to bleat about the revival of his precious dynasty, while he turns our fellow tarnished into bloody fingers. Let him stay there. That way, his delusions will remain as they are, distant and unattainable. But perhaps it's worth looking into. If what I've heard is right, then maybe. My apologies. Lost myself for a moment there. The information you shared is of great value. As promised, your reward. And it is a wondrous thing indeed. You are a true fellow. All I ask is that you remain constant.
Fever's cookbook. And actually, no, we're gonna keep going. I'll just do that slight detour later. Oh dear. Ow. Can't do nearly as much damage as I thought it would. Ow. Ow. You get the idea. I don't need to kill each and every one of them. Why'd I do that? I don't know why I did that. I think I might be dumb. Excuse me. Let's try that again. Fine. The skeleton guys really don't know what they're doing. No, they're just zombies, just walking about. Hollow, one might say. I just like using this spell because it gets a lot of range. Hello.
Oh, dear. Am I terribly sorry. Are you here as a customer?
I don't think I need any more of those of the stone sword keys because I'm pretty sure there are, if I remember correctly, there aren't any runes. They're like stone sword doors in the DLC, but you know.
I must apologise. I'm afraid I've very little to offer.
Can never be too careful though. And how this guy's got security for sanguine nobles. Back to back. Lord's Rune. Wait, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, bye. Is there a lantern on your belt, or does your character glow like a glow-worm doll? It's a lantern. You see right there on the quick bar? I always get the lantern so I don't have to use a torch whenever I'm in dark rooms like this. Invade White Mask Pare. Okay.
You seek violence, heedless of my warning, though you've been raised to a knight of the dynasty. I am pained to the very depths of my being. I'll ensure you regret this, my lambkin. Enjoy your miserable death.
As for calling me maidenless at the start of the game.
Oh, luminary Moog, please grant the strength you promised. I have given everything. Please, my lord. Please, answer me, luminary Moog. Bless the Mogwin dynasty with love.
Festering Bloody Finger and Vare's Bouquet. Vare's Bouquet, a steel mace resembling a charming bouquet of roses. Each petal has sharpened edge, leaving the roses perpetually colored with blood. This weapon reflects White Vare's manner of speech rather well, enticing in its splendor, but full of deadly consequence. Skill, Blood Tax. Blood Oath skill granted by the Lord of Blood. Twist to build power, then unleash a flurry of thrusts and rob the target of both their blood and their HP. And then we have a little bit of more information about him. White Mask, bloodstained, faintly grinning white mask, worn by war surgeons who were effectively mercy killers. The Lord of Blood's curse enlivens the wearer with bloodletting occurs. When bloodletting occurs, slightly raises attack power when there is blood loss nearby. War Surgeon. Bloodstained white gown of the war surgeons who were effectively mercy killers. Of the surgeons that were abducted by the Lord of Blood, none were able to tame the accursed blood. None but Vare, that is, though he was an exception. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna say the rest of it. Yeah, who'd have thunk the guy that we met at the beginning of the game would lead us to this interesting end. Before we do something, I want to just add a little more chaos to everything. Damn it. Okay, a little too much chaos on my end. Not Amber, Jesus. Somber, Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Another Grey Root. Alright, so I have a proposition. Do we want to do this fight a natural, normal fight? Saw up there, gooch. Anyway. Do you want me to fight this next boss normally, or do you want me to take him out the meme way? Because the main focus tonight is going to be the start of the DLC, so it depending on your answer, either it takes me less than a minute to beat him, or several tries. Speak now, or forever hold thy peace. Hey, you know what? I like this fight too much. I don't want to skip on it, so we're just going to fight him old regular style. Okay. Here we go. Oh dear. Oh. Wait a minute.
Dearest Nicola.
Huh?
You must abide alone a while. Welcome, honored guest, to the birthplace of our dynasty.
Oh dear. I didn't mean to use that one. Oh dear. Ow. Nicola is mine and mine alone. So you made a mistake, he can hear you. I know. I don't know why I went for the foul foot when down on the D-pad has always been my mix. What a fool I am. Anyway. me a second, let me just get my words real quick. Hello, Amelia, welcome to the stream. You're just in time for me to fight Moog, the Lord of Blood. And possibly my favorite boss in the entire base game. Holy shit! Damn. When you start streaming in general? I've been streaming for a good, while now. I want to say about 5 years or so. I've been on again, off again, back and forth between, streaming on Twitch, streaming on YouTube. Been kind of wanting to... I've been focusing on YouTube for the sake of getting, my watch time up a bit more. Because I'm also an artist and animator, and unfortunately, watch time doesn't mean much for YouTube shorts, so I'm trying to help with that while doing some streaming in between. Oop. Ow. My friends. Oh my god, how did I not die? Damn it. Damn it. Basically, I work for streamers. Do you like to see my work? If you're interested, just hit me up. That's my Discord. I'm set. I would... Okay. I'm not really interested in anything. Okay, you know what? No, I can't even, like, I have a personal rule about spamming, like, plugging stuff like that, so I'm gonna have to ask you to not be doing that. So, get back. And we're just gonna do a little bit of nihil. By the way, fun fact: nihil is Latin for nothing. In fact, during the entire fight, he's counting down tres, duo, unus, nihil. He's pretty much counting down 3, 2, 1 in Latin. One more, cause. Chat. No spamming. No trying to promote stuff like that unless you have permission from me. I swear, I've seen like somebody with similar names constantly come in try to promote work for streamers and stuff like that. And it's like, that's not... No. Step back here because I can't reach without going into the fire. I ran out of beams. Ooh. Ah, damn it. Let's try this again. I always just love how he walks down the stairs. forgot about that. He had backswing. Oh, that hurt. Frames. Oh my god. How did I not die there? Oh dear. Oh my god. Okay, I think the bloodlust actually saved me from getting impaled. Got him.
As clear as day. The coming of our dynasty. Morgwyn.
Mog's Great Rune. Remembrance of the Blood Lord. Okay, so to answer your question, so during the fight, when he's just going, yeah, that's probably just growling. But when he pierces the sky, and when he's going tres, duo, unes, that's all supposed to be Latin. And then when he stabs it 3 times, going, no, that's him saying nothing. So he's saying stuff in between the fights, like in between the stabbings, but when he's just randomly swinging, he's just snarling like a beast. Anyway, with that, though, we now have last rune.
Don't worry, my dear. I'll see it.
Remembrance of the Bloodlord. Wishing to raise Mikola to full godhood, Mohg wished to become his consort, taking the role of monarch, but no matter how much of his bloody bedchamber he tried to share, he received no response from the young Empyrean. So before I read the next one, I need you just to remind yourself, every demigod in this either are related by blood, half or step in this situation. Mohg is the child of Godfrey and Marika, along with his brother Godwyn and Morgott. Meanwhile, on the opposite end, you have Radagon, who had children with Rennala, and those are Radon, Rykard, and Ronnie. Radagon and Marika's children being Melania and Mikola. Mohg here wanted to be the consort to his half-brother, who was afflicted with eternal youth as an Empyrean. Just throw that out there. Anyway. Mohgwyn's Sacred Spear, or was he? Anyway, Mohgwyn's Sacred Spear. Trident of Mohg, the Lord of Blood, a sacred spear that will come to symbolize his dynasty. As well as serving as a weapon, it is an instrument of communion with an outer god who bestows power upon a cursed blood. The Mother of Truth desires a wound. Unique skill, Blood Boon Ritual. Raises a sacred spear and pierces the body of the formless mother. Stab up to 3 times, creating an explosion of blood with each thrust. The skill will coat the armament with blood flame for a while. Blood Boon. Not to get confused with Bloodborne. Sacred incantation of Mohg, Lord of Blood. Thrust arm into the body of the formless mother, then scatter the blood flame to set the area ablaze. This incantation can be cast while in motion. The Mother of Truth craves wounds when Mohg stood before her deep underground. His accursed blood erupted with fire, and he was bestowed with the defilement that he was born into. Lord of Blood's robe. Attire of Mohg, Lord of Blood, embroidered with the extravagant golden emblem on black cloth. The dress of a luminary, the reigning lord and hierarch of the coming dynasty of Mohgwyn, or perhaps a raving lunatic. I think that's the only, yeah. And with that, we now max these out, so now we're going to just jump between strength and dexterity. I think I might be able to have enough. One more level up. Okay, I need about 20,000 more.
see. So Mikola was with the Lord of Blood after all. That is some fine intelligence indeed. With it, the final clue has been brought into the light. One of the last few pieces of the round table. I need to put everything together. As promised, allow me to impart to you the last of the secret rites, known only to me.
Law of causality.
Well, what is it now? Well, what is it now?
Oh, he doesn't even suggest to
Well,
burn the
what is it
cocoon.
now?
Alright, well. That's the last of those pieces.
All Smith is now.
I see.
Okay. Before we move on, now we have one more rune to make whole. Excuse me. Moog's Great Rune. Moog's Great Rune. A great rune of the Shard Bearer Moog. Its blessing grants a blessing of blood to summoned phantoms, and imparts a phantom great rune upon successful invasions. Moog and Morgoth are twin brothers, and their great runes are naturally similar, but Moog's rune is soaked in accursed blood from his devout love from the wretched mire that he was born into far below the earth. Yeah, you see how it's like, it look kind of similar like that? Now, actually, one more thing in the base game before we decide to head down. Would you have gone to Bilbo's birthday, or would you have skipped it because Bilbo is a toxic person? What the? Bilbo isn't toxic. He just doesn't like how his neighbors were constantly bothering him. Also, who wouldn't want to go to a Hobbit party? It's funny to screw with him, though. I mean... maybe, but anyway. Look, it's the lonesome dung eater.
A curse
They'll be born cursed, all of them, along with their children. And their children's children. For all time to come.
Alright. Now, as always, I'd like to just remind everyone, I want you to listen in the background real quick what we're about to do and kind of get an idea of what is happening.
Unleash upon them a curse blessings to war.
Anyway, if you couldn't hear it, there was like some squishy, squirming noises, which implies we just shoved the seabed curse somewhere way, way deep inside him. Mending rune of the fell curse. Now, here's what we gotta do. A really annoying thing. We have to reset the area if we want to get his armor. You take that ring from him and he loses it. Well, yeah, because he's been tainted by it. Because it's an evil ring. Didn't mean to go to the Lindell capital, meant to go underground. By the way, so if it wasn't obvious, Moog and Morgott are Omen, like these guys here. And the thing about Omen is they're considered a curse, and their horns are sawed off if they wish to continue in society. But the thing though is usually they die when they have their horns cut off. Which is why, like, you only see a few handful of them outside with no horns. But if you notice, all the Omen underground here all have horns. That's because they're born of nobility, including Morgott and Moog. Demigods themselves were afflicted with the Omen curse. So they were also denounced and put into the sewers, where Morgott went on to still love the Erdtree despite never feeling any love. Moog went deep down below to find the formless mother and became the Lord of Blood instead. Omen helm. Malformed helm resembling an omen with its horns cut off. Worn by the Dung Eater, its form is a vision of the landscape of his mind, and his appearance as he wished to see it. The heart of an omen without the body to match. Could there be any crueler existence? What does it matter, then, if the curse claims it all? Malformed armor, resembling an omen, with its horns cut off. Worn by the Dung Eater, the heavy, sun-shaped medallion represents both the guidance he once saw and the ring to which it was one day led. It will one day lead. Yeah, okay. And Now with that, we are now done with anything in the base game. So now, no more delay. It is time to enter in the shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Hello, who's this?
Ah, were you guided here by kindly Mikola? I am Leda. And like you, I was guided by faith along his honorable path. Touch the withered arm, and you too will be transported to the realm of shadow where Mikola the Kind now dwells. My compatriots are there already. Like us, they have heard kindly Mikola's call. If you can find them, they are certain to lend you aid. Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again. Come now, I will not be far behind.
Alright. Oh. Graveside Plain. Oh man, look at that. Still a wonder. Alright, now everything in the Shadow Realm requires us to collect two types of blessings. Shadow Tree blessings and Revered Spirit Ash blessings. Fortunately, there is a max. If we want to max out, we have to collect all the shards we can find. There's not a minimum or like overabundance of them, like the gold seeds, which I feel like personally is one of the bigger criticisms I have towards the game. Nothing deal breaking, mind you, but it is kind of hard to track. So I'm just gonna have this on a bookmark here. Because I'm pretty sure I found this. Here it is. Alright, thankfully, not to give them too much credit though, but I will say thankfully the nice people over at IGN have given us a checklist that includes the fragments, the Shadow Tree fragments, the Revered Spirit Ashes, Mikola crosses, bosses, endings, etc. But for our purposes, we're just going to use this. We're just going to use this for the fragments and spirit ashes. So let me just bookmark this for future reference. Alright. Right now we are in the Graveside Plain. There are 9 in total here. Alright. Off to a good start here by getting beaten up. Red flesh mushrooms. Graveside Plain. Also now we can swap between the Lands Between and the Shadow Realm. It literally is called the Shadow Realm though. It's right down there. That's so funny. Arion, burnt to cinders, burned away, put to the torch by Mesmer and his lot. What did we do to deserve such a fate? We merely lived our lives. We lived in peace. Not resin. Hefty crackpot. Black Pyrefire. Pyrefly. So I'm trying to remember which way to go for getting to other areas. Maybe this way. Shadow Realm Rune. Blade of Mercy. Damn it, come on. I'm gonna go in there. The ladder from Breath of the Wild would come in handy in this game. Probably, yeah. There we go. Just so we can get another firefly. Oh. Alright, this right here is our first revered Spirit Ash. Revered Spirit Ash, if you will. Already, I don't like the fact that, okay, so for whatever reason, the tasks for the fragments are put into files, but then for some reason they don't specify it. They all just are all listed out here. I'm assuming this is supposed to be the hanged tree ash. Give me a sec. Yeah, okay. Alright. Shadow tree fragment, and then a silver horn tender. I don't know what that said. And we got ourselves the... Is this a prospect? Is this the prospect town? No, that's the Scorched Ruins. Scorched Ruins. There we go. Okay, yeah. Alright. Use one shadow tree fragment to empower a blessing. Yes. These funny little worms. I just realized I still have the Lord of Blood defense. Night of the solitary jail. I forgot they do that much damage. Let's try that again now, shall we? He's got super poise. That's no good. Nice try. Shit. Ah, damn it. Got a rhythm going on. Okay, let me go back and actually fix my mix real quick. Alright. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah. Fuck! He hurts. And I want his armor. Let's try that again. Leave me alone. Ah, damn it. Don't expect me to actually try to fight this thing. Mano y mano. That hurt. I never realized that the storm can deflect bullets. Okay. The hyper armor on that thing. Alright, let's go again. Got him. There we go. I forgot that the heavy swings stun lock him enough. Great Sword of Solitude, Helm of Solitude, Armor, Gauntlets, and Greaves of Solitude. Great Sword of Solitude. Steel great sword wielded by the Knight of the Solitary Jail. Through a secret rite, they relinquish their hearts for the heightened battle prowess. Next, they engrave their blades with two crests, one depicting the light of birth, the other solitude. Unique skill, Solitary Moon Slash. Sharply slash downward using the great sword, shooting forward an arc of light. Strong attacks allows for an advancing follow-up. Steel Helm of the Knights of the Solitary Jail. Part of the heavy armor set that covers the whole body in overlapping plates of steel. The nameless mausoleums of the realm of shadow are said to hold the spirits of warriors who lost their names or their hearts. Yeah, so just gonna see how much I can wear. Fascinating. All right. Actually, we'll wear this for the time being. Just trying to see where I think where to go. Guess we'll go this way for the moment. Excuse me. Ow, my ears. I always forget, there's just like a random bird that just screams in this area. Like right there again. Need you to calm down there, mister. Calm down. Beast claws. See, I don't know this game thoroughly like the back of my hand, compared to the base game. Oh, the back of my head, really. I know, like, I have like a layout of where to go, though I will probably change it up ever so slightly. I've only played through Shadow of the Erdtree twice now, compared to like my now, like, what, 9 playthroughs of base game Elden Ring. Nice try. Black steel, great hammer. And smithing stone 7. And there are 2 shadow tree fragments. What do you got in here? Ow, rude. Rude. What do you got here? Ooh, Blessing of America. Totally not the holy blessings from Dark Souls. Oh, I died for a blessing. Go back and get my runes. Red or fire coil. Mesmer soldiers' axes. That's for killing me, you jerks. Anyway, we're gonna go down this way. And then let me just do a quick check off. Just give myself a reference here. Yes, that is the Church of. Gonna go ahead and avoid the big scary fire golem in the middle there and deal with these funny guys. I like how he's gotten closer already. Backhand blade. There's a thing all the way on the opposite side that we won't be able to get to. Because I would die if I tried to do that jump. Hello.
Ah, Lady Leda spoke of you. You're that tarnished. Guided here by kindly Mikola. Won't we all? I am Freya. I once fought alongside General Radahn. In battle, you can be sure I'll hold my own. Oh, another thing. Did you speak to our dour little friend? If you've yet to do so, have him give you a map of the Cross's whereabouts. You'll find more of them dotted about these lands. They are Mikola the Kind's footprints. If you've yet to do so, be sure to have our dour little friend share his map of crosses, assuming you intend to trace Kind Mikola's path. If you've yet to do so, be sure to have our dour little... Assuming you intend to trace Kind Mikola's path.
Empyrean blood. Bergian.
Fie, another. Treading the heels of Mikola. Then, as that woman would surely say, we are in our purposes well aligned. But understand, your kind are not forgiven. The Erdtree is my people's enemy. By Marika long betrayed, set aflame. I believe Mikola's apologies. When he says our delivery will come, but never will I see your kind as worthy.
Damn, alright.
And yet my oath I cannot overlook. If Miquella it is whom you would seek, then comrade, allow me to give you this. These are the sites of the crosses I found. I urge you, follow after Miquella. As long as you abide by his footfalls, you will be no enemy to me.
Cross map. Map of crosses, site received. Checking inventory.
I urge you, follow after Miquella. As long as you abide by his footfalls, you will be no enemy to me.
So hello, random fellow. Welcome to the stream. We've just started Shadow of the Erdtree. I did kind of mess around with the one Everjail over there for a while, so haven't gotten too far deep into the DLC. Carved words coalesce. I abandon here the first of the flesh of my body. Alright. Off to a strong start, I guess. Also wanted to, before I use them, wanted to read off our dear... Where are they? Oh. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Okay. Shadow Tree Fragment. A splinter of the Shadow Tree that contains golden brilliance. Acquired at the Church of Merca and other places in the Realm of Shadow. Consume these at sites of grace to bolster your Shadow Tree Blessing. The Shadow Tree Blessing bolsters the bearer's ability to deal and negate damage, but has no influence outside the Realm of Shadow. It is said that when the Shadow Tree crumbles from its core, that it will scatter across the entire Realm of Shadow. The people of the Erdtree collect the splinters and use them in prayer. Off to a good start with those. Before I go in there, I believe there is a cave around here, not to be overlooked. Ooh, savage lines. That's how early you find it? Okay. Damn, I overlooked that row quick. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. Right, okay, yeah. There's a full armor set. Did you get it? Are you talking about the Solitude armor? I did get that. Took me a while to deal with it though, because everything hurts. Yes. Yeah, I was kind of messing with him a little bit. But I got a quick reality check that bosses in this game will hurt. Ballarat jail? Let's see if I can level up. Sneak a little more. Little more. Perfect. Yeah, so we've been going through a sorcerer build this playthrough. But right now I'm just sticking to just 80 intelligence because everything else after that is just kind of overkill. So we're going to be going back and forth between strength and dexterity now for the DLC. Also, I don't need a duelist greatsword. We can just use the regular greatsword. Ow. Rude. This is where we learn what the true horrors lie within Shadow Realm. Ah! Oh, please, not the jar. Anything but that. I promise I won't ever do it again. I swear, a living saint I'll surely be. Please, you must forgive me. Forgive me, please. What's so wrong with the jars? Become a warrior in them and all that. There's nothing wrong with that, if you ask me. Oh. Oh dear. That's not good. Shadow Realm Rune 3. And that's when we learn that the jars in the Shadow Realm aren't a resting place for warriors, but rather a prison for so-called saints. Truly horrifying. Hang on. Damn it. Oh. Innard meat. Tangy. Hello. Wow. Don't push me. It's rude. Oh dear. Well, I kind of needed to go back anyway to get that treasure chest, so we'll just keep that right there. Uh... Yeah. There we are. Oh dear. Ah! Stay back! Stay back! Fleshy prison. What we got here? Ooh, a hefty cracked pot. Just what I needed. Well, I guess it's a good thing that they don't dodge. There we go. Ah, dang it. And I'm certain there's more in there. Like up there. Oh my god. That actually scared me. So rude. Ooh. Greater Potentate Cookbook. Oh, they're all over the place. Anyway. Damn it, I got disorientated by the random... Out there, it's still here? Get out of here. There we go. Oh dear. Oh dear. That was awful. Alright, hang on. Okay. Feel like... What did I just... No. There we go. Big jar. That's how we get the great jar. I think that's everything here. Demi-human swordmaster owns. Ever wondered what Yoda would be like in a Souls game? Well, here you go. Apparently he'd be ass. Never mind. Take it back, Yoda. Okay, he did not appreciate me talking smack. Perfect start. Let's try that again. See if you can dodge this. Not to be sorry. Fucking. Monkey Virgil over here. No, we beat Ons, but we got Yosh instead. Yosh. Oh, sorry, I didn't go a couple feet further. Abandoned ailing village. Oh, how it hurts. From very tip to toe. Help me. I must ask. Am I human still? Is that the reason I yet suffer so? Maybe, I don't know. Fly mold. Head back. Ailment talisman. Yeah. Didn't mean to do that. Isn't there one near? Give me a sec. Okay, no. There's a different village of flies that has Reverend Ashes. Furnace Visage. Greater Potentate Cookbook 2. before we go into that part of the Ballarat, we're probably not going to go for too long afterwards, but I just want to make sure I get all my bases around here. Because I'm pretty sure there's like one quick cave that's got painting in it in here. It's either over here or it's on the opposite side. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think it might be on the other side because this is just the. That's just the Everjail. Because I think I remember trying to go into the cave to avoid the furnace golem. I might have to do that again though because every time I try to like think I'm moving in the right path, it seems to get closer. It's also just a massive thing, so I think that might be it right over there. There it is. Kill for a tier. I know about the tier. That one probably has like the best tier in the entire DLC. Like the perfect parry tier. Sacred Tower painting. I just have that. But I think I'm gonna hold off on fighting it just now. At least till we get at least another fragment to use. Ow. What did you just step on? Anyway, now we're going to move forward. Erdtree fragment. Carved words coalesce. I abandon here part of the flesh of my body.
You must be the Tarnished. I am Ansbach. Formerly in service to Lord Moog, but now, like you, another soul guided by kindly Mikola. I'm hardly the steady hand I once was. My fighting days are far behind me, which is why I have chosen to dedicate myself to investigation, to discern tender Mikola's ultimate purpose. I'd rather not volunteer service to a new master unless I know that I can be of use. May I request a service of you?
6 crosses identical to this one have been discovered in these lands. They are akin to Tender Mikkela's footprints, or gravestones, which mark what he's left behind. If you discover any more crosses, be certain to tell me. I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Mikkela is doing here. If you discover any more crosses, be certain to tell me. I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Mikkela is doing here. If you just be certain, I presume you just what kind...
Hello.
Hello there. Together, we work. Together, for Mikkela the Kind. Many things we have found. Goodbye.
I love more. Check off. Oh, there is a spirit ash over at the Ailing Village. Let me go back there. But first, here, I'm gonna go back to the Ailing Village. I must have missed it. Just go back there and then... Assuming that the main gate, that was the main gate cross site we saw. Yeah, okay. There it is. Just had to do a little bit more digging. Silly me. Ah! Get off of me! Gross bug. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go back. Just explore on the upper part here on this plateau, and then we'll call it a stream. So is it? Okay, it's only 11:30, but I'm gonna try to get a little in just a little bit earlier. damn it. Come here. There we go. Rats. I forgot it goes through people now. Revered Spirit Ash. Spirit Ash of those who came before, infused with potent spirituality, acquired from the corpses of Hornsent and other objects that ritually decorate townships and villages across the realm of shadow. Consume these at sites of grace to bolster your revered Spirit Ash blessings. The revered Spirit Ash blessing bolsters both summoned spirits and spectral steeds' abilities to deal and negate damage, but has no influence outside the realm of shadow. The withered corpse were called tutelary deities, and revered Spirit Ash was said to quietly accumulate in the palms of their hands. So, we can basically, those are the things to help us for our summons and torrent. Though I never feel it work on torrent because tend to be a lot of one-shotting torrent in these lands. Here's this big guy. Hello. How? Rude. And here's another one. Let me just see. This one is labeled at. Not that one. Not that one. Stage front. Seems like the closer of it. Nope, not that one either. Sorry, it just doesn't help that they didn't put these in specific. Okay, you know what? I probably did. Yeah, okay. Turtles Pond River. Okay, it is actually. They're not in alphabetical order, but they are in order of areas. They're just not set up in specific locations compared to the fragments for some reason. I don't know why they did it that way. Anyway. Look how big this goat is. Yellow Folger Bloom. What do we got here? Ooh, another painting. Incursion painting. I never collected the paintings in my other playthroughs of this, so maybe that's something I do later. Bear. Wait, are there rats in this also, I just realized? Oh yeah. A broken room. Another broken room. Oh dear. Ah, my neck. Let me heal, please. Get out of here. Ooh, Curse Blade Cirque and Aesthetics Wrist Guards. Church of Benediction. Blessed Blue Dew Talisman. Oathseeker Knight's Greaves, gauntlets, armor, and helm, and pata. Alright, now we're gonna check the other runes, and then we'll call this stream. Hello. Forger's Brood Cookbook and Black Firefly. Alright, I gotta hold out on fighting any of the kindred, despite how much I can't stand them as an enemy. I gotta watch out for a few docile ones, because they're the ones that are friends with more. So they'll give us cookbooks and stuff like that, and I like more, and I don't want to upset more, because I'm pretty sure if you kill one of them, he comes in and avenges them. And I don't feel like fighting any NPCs right now. Prospect Town. Give me what you got. Yes, another fragment. Let me just go back in here. Is it Prospect Town, correct? Yes, okay. Okay. Hiya! Ew, gross. Sacred bloody flesh. This way. Crazy. They're eating each other. Missed. By the way, if it wasn't clear, these guys also are practitioners for the Formless Mother. Blood Fiend's arm. I used the Blood Fiend in my last playthrough of Shadow of the Erdtree. It, like, is stupid broken. If you just want to do bonk damage, but also get pretty much insta proc off of everything ever when it comes to bleed, that's the weapon for you. I think it got nerfed, and even then, it still does stupid damage. But we won't be doing that because we are intelligence based, and we don't have anything in our arcane. Though that could help with a little bit. Outer God Heirloom. Alright, I think we're good here. I got... Was the last one we did? Yeah, okay. Alright. I think that shall be where we end the stream. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. No, I don't think we can go up to this part. I think this is just Dead Zone to us. Alright. Anyway. So, tomorrow is the start of May. And we're basically in it for the rest of the month. This will be our final month of Soulsborne marathoning, right into Night Rain. It should hopefully be enough time to, between now and Night Rain. I will say, hang on,
You. What is it? Well, what is it now? Well, what...
Okay, then he just says that now. We probably will start having, my friends and I will have D&D come back soon, so we're probably gonna lose a couple days, depending on what. We're not having D&D this week, but we might start going back to 4-day streams next Monday. We'll see, but we will play on Friday this week.
I see. Yep.
Is what I'm getting at.
Oh, Smith is looking out.
I still think he would have been cooler if he, like, slowly got less and less strength every time he swung. Anyway, I just want to read, because I wanted to just read the, here it is. Demi-human swordsman Yosh. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirit of Yosh, the demi-human swordsman. Ons, a master swordsman who devoted himself to the star-lined sword, realized that only ruin awaited at the end of the procession of stars, and imprisoned himself in order to forestall it. However, Yosh, an apprentice who absorbed his techniques, stubbornly refused to heed his master's words and spend his entire life at his side in defiance of his self-imposed seclusion. Guy was like, he literally is just Yoda. Like, the power of the Force, except the power of the star, leads to ruin. It does.
Don't worry, I'll see it.
I don't want to go in here. I'm just wasting time here. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna head up into Ballarat. Let's see, now we gotta start remembering to do that. So yeah, we're gonna enter into our first major dungeon of the DLC, and we'll go from there. Anyway, with all that said, that's going to be a stream. Thank you to everybody who stopped by to watch. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.